Hello everybody, Turyasaurous here. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm doing very well, thank you. We are back in Lord of the Rings Online. Fantastic game. And so I'm thinking that right now, hang on here. Quest log, Breland, pipeweed delivery. No. Remove from tracker. We want this one, and we'll do beneath the hanging tree. Yeah, we'll do beneath the hanging tree right now. I think I remember that one from my many human characters that I've made throughout the I don't know, have I been playing this for years? I think it's been at least a year that I've been playing this game. But yeah, so how are you guys doing? I'm doing very well. Always enjoy playing this game. Ooh, a rich tin deposit. That is mine. That is mine right now, I dare say. Well, heck, while we're on our way to go get that and get attacked by this bear, why don't I just smack this guy and hit him with a devastating blow and win. Let's rally and cry. Raw. And now let's grab this tin deposit. Oh, and a copper deposit right there too. How awesome is that? Let's loot all this. Anyways, let's open our Hobbit present for the day. Shall we? What do we get? Matham Hunters Sabatons, huh? Wow, these are pretty cool. Awesome. Too bad I can't wear heavy armor. They're bound to the account though. That's kind of cool. Huh. I'm sure I could find someone who would use that. That's awesome. I didn't know you could get like legit items from this too. That's crazy. But yeah, let's go down to the hanging tree and do that quest. General plan for today is finishing some more quests, getting on with our leveling experience, and I don't know what else we're gonna do. We'll do something. I'll think of something. I can't think of it right now, but I will. You'll see. You'll all see. Let me see here. We're level 11 already. Gosh. So fast, I swear. You guys might be wondering why I'm talking a little quietly. It is actually rather late at night right now, and I don't know how soundproof this room is. So I'm being a bit quiet because I don't know if I'm noisy, if it's going to wake up Mrs. Turyasaurous, and I don't want to do that. She needs her sleep. She works tomorrow. I don't. So it's not that big of a deal. Because of that, I'm actually probably going to live stream tomorrow. That's one of the reasons I'm up really late. I work night shift, like I'm pretty sure I've told you guys a bazillion times by now. So I'm up really late, and she has like a normal job where she goes to work at like 8 or 9, which is great. I want one of those again. They're fantastic. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But because of this, like, I'm up super duper late, and she goes to sleep at like 11. So that she gets enough sleep and can be energetic throughout the day, which means that I have a lot of downtime because I'm up until like 2 or 3 in the morning usually. If I have insomnia, it might be 6, 7 in the morning before I get to sleep. I don't sleep very well. It's an issue. I can't turn off my brain, and that is a good skill to have, being able to turn off your brain. So we'll accept this, turn that in, and let's go out here. It's looking like we're pretty much just going to have to get back into the forest and start doing all these. But we seem to have out-leveled our quest thing, which is actually good. You want to do that. This is not a level 9 quest. I don't understand what people are thinking here, so I'm actually going to abandon that. Because that's crazy. West of Bree is like a level 14, level 15 area. And to go in there at level 9, even staying on the roads, you're going to run into stuff and it's going to kill you. Which is not the type of game that we want to play. We want to get to a very high level before we faint. Because that's what happens in this game. You have morale, you don't have health. So when your morale empties, you basically lose the will to fight. You don't actually get defeated. And so you have to retreat and regain your morale before your character is willing to fight again. It's kind of a cool way of... It's a cool way of getting... +5 Bounders tokens. What's a Bounders token? Hang on a second, guys. Wallet. Bounders tokens. Cool. That's interesting. Right. Where was I? I was saying something. Bounder's Bounty. It's a level 11 quest. I don't see why not. Right. But anyways, I was thinking something. What was I talking about? I was talking about me not sleeping and not wanting to wake up my wife, and then something about getting a day job. I think I was trying to get to the point that I'm going to start using my nights more for recording. You know, I'm up anyways, I might as well do something. And because of this, hopefully what's going to end up happening is that on Thursdays, I'm going to be able to get more done that's not just recording. As much as I love recording, I do unfortunately have other things I have to do, which sucks. But hopefully on Thursdays from now on, we'll be able to have a scheduled stream. And I'll stream every week at a given time. And, you know, just kind of go from there. It'll be pretty sweet. I'm thinking probably about, I don't know, maybe 2:20 tomorrow? Maybe in the morning. I don't know. I'll put a video up. You guys probably are going to see this like a week after it happens. So it's not tomorrow for you. Don't get your hopes up there. But pretty much just keep an eye out for stream things. If you guys are like super interested in the streams and you don't want to miss it, because I know YouTube sometimes screws up with you know, giving you guys videos at a certain time and all that. If you don't want to miss it, then feel free to subscribe to me on my Twitter. I will always tweet out that I am streaming and link my stream in the tweet as well before I start so that you guys can all get there. And once again, Twitter doesn't always give you the stuff either, but at least with Twitter you can like check my page really easily and then you'll see all of my tweets and stuff like that. It's a really nice, reliable way for me to get information out to you guys, such as when I'm streaming, which is always nice. You gotta love it when you're trying to interact with someone and they can actually find out about the meeting. It's always cool. What do we got here? We got Copper, Captain Dogwood, huh? I don't remember you, but I'm gonna kill you anyways. Wah! Ja! Let's do a cutting attack, and then we'll slice you up real nice defensive parry blocks. Smack you again. Just keep breaking him in. Yeah. Got him. Okay, collect Mason Thorn's ledger. I'm pretty sure I just have to like kill these Blackwool guys and eventually I'll get it. Ah, I have to kill the sergeants. Shouldn't be too difficult. Especially not now that I'm pounding this guy right in the head without attracting these guys. That's awesome. I have acquired Mason Thorn's ledger. Just gotta loot it. Oh, come on. Alright. That was odd. Said I didn't have enough room. Hey, I got more Bounders tokens. Sweet. Must be an event that they're doing right now. Let's see here. What else do we got? No, I don't want to bring the ledger to Mason. Not just yet. Let me pop up my map here. What do we have here? This light green logger's ledger. Oh, I've already got that. What's this light blue? Posco's uncle. Ah, this one's dangerous. It brings me very close to that mini boss that I was telling you guys about last episode. The evil that dwells within these forests. It's okay. I should be able to avoid him fairly successfully. Let me just double check something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dang. It's all good. It's all good. I was seeing if I had any health potions. I think they're Ethelus potions in this game. Pretty sure that's what they're called. Anywho's, I was just seeing if I had them, because if I did, they'd be nice to equip right before going into the area of the devil, essentially. Alright, let's get this and mine up all this tin. Gotta love tin. Gotta get that tin. Gotta get it. Gotta get tin. Nah, tin's really worthless. But I need it in order to upgrade my crafting, which is actually progressing pretty quickly. I'm happy about that. And then I have 2 higher level characters that I can always farm materials on, which is really nice. It's always very nice. I always recommend when you first start an MMO that your main character that you start up starts their crafting with a good amount of gathering skills. This way, when you figure out what profession you actually want to get into, you already have a guy who's higher level than the guy who's going to be your crafter, who can get you all the stuff so you don't have to worry about it as much. It's very nice. It's a tactic I've used for many, many, many things. Now, one problem that I'm going to run into here is that because my rendering is so short, it puts me at risk of being attacked by this high power mob much easier because I can't see him from as far away. Now he roams this area, but I'm being pretty cautious, so I should be able to get around him without much threat here. Okay. Here we go. Are you the one? Filbert's handkerchief. I'm thinking so. Let's get him. Alright, got him there. Killing you here. And you're dead. Very good. Yeah, good luck killing me, bud. I have Rallying Cry. Best skill ever, I swear. It's one of the reasons why I like this class so much. They're just so survivable as a solo guy. It's very nice. 5 early Third Age relics. Wow. I remember when those were very difficult to get. No, they weren't really. Early relics are, I guess, basically the enchanters, quote-unquote enchanters, resource. Like row and branches is for foresters and lumber workers and stuff like that. Copper and tin are my starters. Then there's these guys who are called scholars. They're the guys who make potions and like enhancing scrolls and stuff like that. And those are the guys who use the early relics and all this other stuff like that. Okay, anything else out here in debris fields? Not that we're tracking right now, so I'm thinking no, which means we get to head back, turn in a bunch of quests, maybe get close to leveling, which would be sweet. We'll probably finish this crafting quest before we level it out too much. The more on level you are with your quest, as with pretty much any MMO, the more experience you get for said quest. So it's always good to turn in quests that are on your level, as opposed to like out leveling your quests entirely so that they're gray and you get like nothing for them. That's always really sucky. So if you're like level 11, say, and you have a couple level 8 or 7 quests, and they're all like super light green, turn those in first. That way if you do level up, and they were to go gray and give you like nothing, then at least you got what little you could out of them before they became pretty much entirely useless to you. But yeah, so I'm thinking at level 15 is when we're going to acquire our riding trait and begin riding our horse everywhere. It'll make things a lot quicker, such as running back and forth for quests and gathering materials and all that stuff. But I wanted to get to a certain level before we started taking advantage of that, because I feel like games should have level restrictions on them, but since this is a free-to-play, one of the things that they restrict is riding, and so you pay for that through the store. Now it's pretty cheap, pretty easy to get. Just doing deeds, you get it about level 10, 15, depending on how dedicated you are to begin with. So I feel like that's about where the quote-unquote level cap is for riding. And so we'll do riding at about that level. Just, depending on how we're feeling. If we're low on quests and we're having to run all over the place to level up, then we might get it a little earlier. But I'm thinking that for now, this sounds like a good plan. We're doing pretty well when it comes to questing. I mean, we're only, 6 episodes in now? Yeah, Ethelis. Here we go. Oh, poo. What can we break? Here. Finish later. I'm not going to need this. Okay. Get some Ethelis stuff. Very good. Put Ethelis right there. Healing. Ethelis. King's foil. Basically, it's in the movies as the plant which they stick in Frodo's shoulder so that he doesn't go berserk, You guys know what I'm talking about. King's foil. It's, Sam is all like, it's a weed. Yeah, I found the ledger. Alright, now let's go get the treasure. We gotta get the treasure from the ledger, Oh, man. What time is it anyways? Oh, it's only 1:10. That's actually not that terrible for me. Not terrible at all. Well, I fell asleep pretty early, like 10:30 or so. So, Oh, what's this? Deed completed. Breland Adventure. Oh, good. So we have a virtue now. By completing deeds, you sometimes also get these. They're like passive traits, basically. Deed bestowed. Breland Adventure advanced. Then we get charity for doing that. It's always good. And, of course, the shameless plug of whenever you complete a deed and get turbine points, they're like, hey, spend them. Spend them now before they add up and you can buy something worthwhile. Because at the end of the day, this is a business, and that's not what they want. They don't want you to save up, hundreds or thousands of points just by playing the game. They're not going to do anything to stop you, but they'd prefer that you spent, 100, 200 at a time, so that you had to either play the game a ton in order to you know, in order to make it make it make it free, or spend money on it because you were so addicted. You're like, oh, I've done everything, but I'm only 500 points from getting this, and then I can do all this other stuff. It's a very good business model. It really is. I think if pretty much all free-to-play games followed the Lord of the Rings style, then we'd be pretty set. Although that being said, I don't know how successful they are, so that could be a really terrible idea. Yeah. So the plan right now is I'm going to hop in here. We're going to do a little bit of crafting. I'm going to get that other blade so that when we run into town, we can turn that in and not have to come back later. That's why I popped on into here. So let's grab prospector, smelting, all this, make all that. I don't have the room to do that. Of course not. Of course not. So let's do this, browse the shop, and sell some stuff. Ripped skins, I don't care about that. I'm keeping the tin. Don't care about any of this or the agate. I'm keeping my ingot. I'll sell that. I don't need it. Bronze axe. I think I need that for the quest. Light hides can be sold. Matham hunt. Did I have 2 of those? Huh. Guess not. I must have accidentally scrolled up. Light hides can be sold. Yeah. Woven cloak. That's worse than mine. Very good. Amethyst, chunks of ore, bronze blade. I'm keeping all those. My healing potions, keeping that. And I think that's good. Alright. There we go. So now then let's go into crafting. Make all these. Oh, here. I'll click this. That way when we click it next time, you guys can actually see what's going on instead of just staring at this screen all day long. Jeez, what am I thinking? I love that I get experience for this. It's so cool. 814. 814 is left. Ready? Ready? Ooh, 783. 783 is left. How much experience am I getting exactly for this? 31 experience a pop. That's really not bad. The only downside to this is this means that people who craft a lot could pretty much just power level their way through the game, only crafting like ingots and then selling them on the market, and then buying cheap ore, making ingots, selling them on the market, stuff like that. You could, in theory, power level doing that fairly quickly. I mean, we're talking about 31 experience every like second, every 2 seconds maybe. It's not bad. And then you make bronze ingots, and once you reach proficiency, quote unquote proficiency, then you have a chance for critical success, in which case you get double the amount. Selling those too. I wonder if there's people who are doing that. It's certainly an exploitable feature of the game, although no, not really. I was thinking that your gear would get out leveled, but considering you could do it with multiple characters, eventually you'd have a weaponsmith and an armorer who could just make you the armor for your level. Right, and then I need to equip my smithing hammer. So then let's make some blades. Well, heck, we'll just make all the blades. Might as well, right? And we'll just make sure to keep 2. But yeah, I mean, how much experience did I just farm out? Like a ton. Melee weapons. Yeah, we'll do great swords. We want to make 4. Keep 2 for the quest. There we go. And 25 experience for this too. Yeah, what? Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes and I just farmed out a couple hundred experience. I mean, it's probably quicker to kill things, but still, if you wanted to play a crafter, you could totally roleplay as a crafter and actually gain levels and become a high-level, respected character within the game. That's kind of cool. I really like that. I mean, if you wanted to RP as like the greatest dwarven crafter that there ever was, you could actually get to max level just by crafting. Oh, that's so cool. I love some of the weird features that are put into this game like that. Making crafting a viable way to level up. It's, I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, let's go turn in this thing. Oh yeah, and then there's all the crafting quests that you can do. Like, on top of all the experience that we just got for that, we're also going to get all this, which also has rewards. And we just got 303 experience extra for doing that little quest. Blackwood Thieves, add to tracker. Unpaid debts, add to tracker. Cutleaf's Goods, add to tracker. Okay, well, Bounder's Bounty is in the Shire. So we are going to not have that in our tracker. No, this is just like a tour around Bree. We'll wait till we have a horse for that, trust me. So, back out to the Chetwood by the looks of things. How long have I been recording for? I don't know. Hang on, guys. I'm going to check how long we've been recording for. Okay, so it's only been about half an hour. We've got a little bit more time to go in, finish these quests, probably turn in these ones, and then we'll probably call it a day. I'm going to try and keep these a little shorter than I have been. I've been doing like movie length videos on this like every single time. And I feel like as cool as that is, because we're getting a lot done, at the same time, not the greatest. Because what am I going to do to reward you guys for being awesome and getting like, I don't know, 20 likes on a video? Because I can't say I've never done that, because I do have my few videos that went, well, they went viral as far as I'm concerned. They didn't actually go viral, where I got like 100,000 views and all this stuff, but I have one video, it's got like, gosh, it's got maybe 18,000 views on it. I've got another one that's got like 1,000 plus views on it. And for a channel my size, where I have like 100 subscribers, which is so cool, by the way. So happy that I reached 100 subs. You guys are just awesome. Anyways, for a channel my size, where I have like 100 subs, for me to get a video that had like, you know, even 2,000 or 3,000 views is ridiculous. But to get one that has, gosh, how many did it have? My big Volts video, pretty sure it has 18,000 views right now. So, yeah, 18 times my subscriber count in views. No, 180 times? 18 times. Oh. Sorry about that. Big ol' sneeze crept up on me. But no, I think it's 180 times my subscriber count. My goodness. That's insane. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That can't be right. Hold on. My brain does this sometimes where I just can't think logically. And so I fail at basic math. So if I have 100, I do it times 180. That's 18,000. Wow. 180 times my subscriber count. Wow. That's incredible. That's ridiculously incredible. Yeah. And I actually just checked the changelog for all the Volts things today, and some of the new features in the ICBM mod are just amazing. And so I'm going to have to check that out. Not sure what launcher I'll do, if any launcher really. I might just download the mod itself in a 1.6.2 and do a little spotlight on it. I've been wanting to get back into mod spotlights a little bit. But you know what? That's a discussion for a Minecraft series. We don't need to talk about that here in Lord of the Rings. It doesn't match at all. So yeah, let's head out here and let's collect the lockbox, because that's what we set out to do, and we need to do it. Confound it. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a Slayer deed for spiders, so I might spend some off-camera time when we're done with this just finishing deeds. Those of you guys who are still watching, by the way, extra special thank you to all you guys who sit through and watch for the length of the video. You are all just amazing, awesome people. And not that the people who click out early aren't, life gets in the way, sometimes you can't watch. But for those of you guys who spend the full time just listening to my ramblings, you're the reason that I do this. But anyways, for those of you who are watching, as far as MMOs are concerned, do you want me to do everything on camera? Or do you want me to do certain stuff, such as my Slayer deeds? Right now, it won't take too long to finish a Slayer deed. But in the future, we could be talking about, 100 things that we have to kill to finish this one deed. And it's only going to give us, 15 turbine points or something like that. Now, I still want to do them because I like doing the Slayer deeds and you get cool stuff for it. But do you guys want to see, or rather, do you guys want to sit through me doing that? Or would you rather that I, did that off camera and maybe just did like a little pause before we start our next thing, saying what I did while we were gone, like on our break. Like, during our break, we did blah. Stuff like that. I'd come up with a better way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. Because with MMOs like this, there's a lot of stuff that we can either do, all on the camera, or stuff that we could very easily do off camera for you guys so that you're not sitting through it, such as crafting. If you guys would rather see me level up the crafting off camera and then just craft the stuff that we're going to use on camera, I can totally do that. That's not a problem at all. But you guys also have to realize at that point that I may level up once, twice, sometimes even 3 times off camera, depending on what we're doing, because of just the way that it works. If I was doing Slayer deeds off camera, particularly, because I'll be killing, 10s, 20s, 30s, hundreds of mobs off camera, and that's definitely, that's grinding, that's leveling. If I was just crafting, then it'd be maybe like a max of 1.5 levels off camera. Now, the great thing about MMOs, though, is that you guys know that I'm not cheating to get these levels. That's one of the downsides to, like, the Minecraft series, per se. If I ever got, like, super angry one day because we failed, I could probably just pop into cheat mode and be like, oh, well, I'm going to give myself full diamond armor because F you, game. I mean, I'm not going to do that because that's just, that's wrong. For a series, I don't believe in cheating like that. But, it's something that could happen in the realm of reality. It's possible for me to type in command codes there. It's not possible for me to do that here, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah. Don't know why that popped into my head. Just something, I got to keep talking. You guys are sitting there for me. Got to figure out something to talk about. Jeez. Judging me and stuff. No, I know you guys aren't judging me. You're too cool for that. So now let's murder this big white doggy. Skunkwood's den mother. So the story behind this quest, since we're not really reading the quests, which we can do once again, I just need that feedback down below. If you guys want me to read out the quest or give a general overlay of what they mean before we go out and do them, I can totally do that too. It just takes a long time to read all the quests. That's why I haven't been. But anyways, the overlay for this quest is basically that there is a warg who is assisting the Black Wolves, because the Black Wolves are basically like secretly being taken over by the forces of not of Sauron, but of Ivar the Blood Hand. He's this Gaul lord, kind of like a ring wraith, but not really. He's a pawn that the Dark Lord Sauron is using to help take over Middle Earth, basically. So Ivar the Blood Hand is helping the Blackwold guys take over Bree and basically weaken the race of men so that they can't stand up and fight Sauron, which everyone who saw the movies knows that Sauron is afraid of men because they can do whatever they set their minds to. Yeah, it's something. The story is very complicated. You kind of need to play through each race to understand what's going on, or rather each starting zone, which is like 2 races, really. Just dwarves / elves or men, because hobbits start in their own place, and it's the Shire, so it's actually fairly peaceful, which makes sense as far as lore goes. But anywhoosers, the warg is being bred with that white wolf that we just killed, the den mother. And that's how they're getting all these really vicious wolves out in the area. They talk about how the loggers keep getting attacked by wolves and stuff. That's why we had to kill wolves, like when we first got to the forest, because they were out of control. And so by killing the den mother, we rid the warg of its mate, and therefore the evil wolves that are popping up should decrease in numbers and no longer be a threat. So that's why we did that. Now the warg that is mentioned is actually in the game. He's not just some anonymous fake character. Huh. That's interesting. Hopefully the server's not crashing. That would suck. Ah, here we go. Loot it all. Very good. That warg is actually the high-level mob that I was talking about, that roams around the forest and kills all the weaklings, such as myself. And he actually enters this fortress as well, which is why I'm being careful as to which entrance I'm taking. Because I don't feel like dying. Not at level 12, no. We cannot faint until level 20. We must not. That is our goal, because then we get Indomitable, and Indomitable is awesome. I think that's the highest one there is anyway, so after that point, there's no real penalty for fainting in combat. Hey, we completed a deed, Brigand Slayer. See, that's one of the nice things about the Slayer deeds, is that at least the first stage of them tends to be completed just by doing stuff. So now we have the title Watcher of the Roads. But if we complete the advanced version, then we actually get a virtue, and a pretty good one actually. And then we have Spider Slayer for Spider Foe, and all this other stuff. Ruins of Breeland is a pretty hard one to do. It's the exploration one, because there are people who love to explore, and those people need deeds too, you know, because it's got to be a fair game, basically. That's why World of Warcraft started the whole getting experience for discovering a new area. Because there are people who basically just wanted to explore the map because it was, well, I'm not going to say it was gorgeous, but, you know, it was big and it was very detailed and it was worth checking out. Same with Lord of the Rings Online. Same story. Smack you in the head with a devastating blow. Then I punch you with a defensive strike. Then we sure strike you and you're dead. We're gonna take all your loot and then your head. Yeah. Yep. That's the Brigand Slayer song. Brigand? Brigand. Brigand? Brigand. I think it's Brigand. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's how the developers of the game say it, is Brigand. That could just be like an English accent or something. I'm not sure, because I don't necessarily know like where this game is developed. But who cares? Because it's awesome, right? Actually, it makes sense for it to be developed in England since that's where Tolkien was from. But yeah. Smack him. I hate it when they run away. Okay, so it's looking like... Whoa! Looking like we're under attack. Blah. No, it's looking like we have completed all of our little questies. Which is good. Very good. So now we can pop Rallying Cry. I keep doing that because we have the deeds for finishing stuff like that. This is my preferred exit route, by the way. Just hop off right there. So let's check how our deeds are coming. Alert Guard. Oh, Defensive Strike is more than halfway. Relentless Optimism. Not really close, but that's fine. And Battle Shout, still not very close. You can always tell which ones are more of a key skill based off of how quickly they upgrade. Such as Defensive Strike, I'm guessing is going to eventually be replaced since it only takes 250 to level that up. However, Battle Shout, which is like the only ranged attack that captains, right? We're a captain, aren't we? Pretty sure we're a captain. That captains get. And so it's not very easily replaced, therefore it takes 650 before you level it up. And then the Rallying Cries, they are just like super important skills, and there are variations of them, but even like max level guys are using War Cry sometimes, or they'll use Rallying Cry depending on how they're quote unquote spec'd out. Since there's not a talent tree, as you guys probably have noticed by now, it's more depending on how you set out your virtues and your gear as opposed to your actual talent tree, which is kind of interesting. It also means that you somewhat have to go out and do the deeds, because the better your virtues are at max level, the better you are. Sort of. It's mostly gear based. Most of this game, as far as quality at end game level, is gear based. There's a Guardian. But yeah, and particularly legendary gear based, because legendary gear isn't like World of Warcraft where it's, oh, this is a legendary item, it does this, this, and this until you socket it. Socketing being newer, to me anyways. I started playing way before socketing, because this game, once you reach like really high end, most of what you're doing is actually just trying to upgrade your legendary weapon. It starts off kind of crappy, but you have to do a whole bunch of work with it in order to get it to be like the super awesome legendary weapon that you want it to be. Kind of hard to describe, but there's the moon. There's the night sky of Lord of the Rings Online. It's actually kind of pretty. I wonder if it's dawn. Yeah, it's 4 dawn, so it's right before sunrise. It's kind of cool. I like it. So yeah, once again, anyone who's still watching, I would really love feedback on what you guys want on camera, so that I know what I can do off camera without really upsetting people. And in the meantime, since I don't have that info tonight, I will probably do some stuff on this character off camera. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and play it correct, and instead of doing it off camera, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go onto one of my other characters and just farm a bunch of materials for this guy. That way, the only thing I've really done off camera is gather stuff, and if it comes down to it, I have other characters I can use that on, and we can act like this guy is solo on his own. He has no one supporting him. He's the lone wolf Turyasaurous that we know him to be, and the only way that he levels up his crafting is by doing it himself, which is definitely a way that we can play this if you guys would like. We can not get support from my other characters, so that it's more of a realistic, if this was my first playthrough with this character feel, which is what it would be for a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys don't have characters that are twice the level of the one that you're leveling now in order to get gear. You know, a lot of you guys are just blowing through, getting to that high-end level all by yourselves and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, the tangents that I go on, I swear. Alright. There we go. Got that. We'll go talk to Leecher Cartwell. We'll grab all these. Oh, wow, not enough room for that. That's not good. That's not good at all. I do have room for that. Loot it all. It's a very interesting glitch. Oh, apprentice weaponsmith. Oh, look at this. We just got our first scroll thing. Is this a one-time use one? I don't know. There are certain recipes which you can only make once. Or rather, you can only use the scroll once, so you have to get the scroll again if you want to make it again, or something like that. I don't quite remember. But they're interesting. They're very, very interesting things. They're usually like really good weapons or armor or whatever it is for that level that you're making it for. And that's why they're like one-time use only, because otherwise people could farm that out and sell it on the market and make it like super expensive and basically break the economy of the game. And so you can only make it once, and so you can only sell it once if you want to sell it, which makes them rare items like they're supposed to be, because they don't drop all that frequently. As far as I know. It could all be changed now. Like I said, it's been a little while. So now we are making a poison, basically. That's what we're doing. Coming to Cartwell's house, he's the apothecary, and so he gave us a recipe for the poison, and then we can poison the wolves and once again try and save the town from a wolf attack. But I think that we are going to call it an episode here today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this Lord of the Rings online video that we just made. I have, of course, loved every minute of it. If I could, I would just play this game all day, and this is all that I would play because I love it that much. But I know you guys like variety, so we're not doing that. Once again, all that feedback that I asked for earlier in the video would be so appreciated. I would love that info from you guys. If I don't hear anything back, don't worry about it. I assume that you guys just didn't have time to watch it. I will wait and just play it out as we do. I guess that's it. So we'll see you all in the next video.